Two men were found dead on top of a lonely hill. There were no injuries, no signs of a struggle, nothing to explain what had happened, except for the strange metal masks covering their eyes. Who were they hiding from? Or what were they trying to see? Nearly 60 years later, the mystery remains unsolved. The year was 1966. In the Brazilian city of Niterói, two electronics technicians, Miguel José Viana and Manoel Pereira de Cruz, left home for what appeared to be a routine trip. They told their families they were going to buy electronic equipment and promised to return later that day. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. No arguments, no signs of fear. Just two men heading out on what should have been an ordinary afternoon. But they never came back. A few days later, a local boy flying a kite spotted two bodies lying on Vintém Hill. When police arrived, they confirmed the men were dead. They were lying side by side, as if they had collapsed at the exact same moment. There were no injuries, no signs of a struggle, no evidence that anyone had attacked them, and no obvious cause of death. But one detail immediately caught investigators' attention. Both men were wearing strange homemade masks made of lead, carefully placed over their eyes. The masks had no straps, no lenses, no clear purpose. Investigators had never seen anything like them before. Then the mystery became even stranger. Inside one of the men's pockets, police discovered a handwritten note. It read, 4:30 p.m. Be at the agreed place. 6:30 p.m. Swallow the capsules. After the effect, protect metals. Wait for the signal. Mask. The note answered nothing. Instead, it created even more questions. What capsules were they supposed to take? What signal were they waiting for? And why did they believe those strange lead masks were necessary? Despite an extensive investigation, authorities never found a definitive answer. The case became known as the lead masks case. Over the years, several theories have tried to explain what happened on Vintém Hill. One of the most accepted theories is that the two men were conducting some kind of scientific or electrical experiment. Both were electronics technicians, and according to people who knew them, they had a strong interest in spiritualism and unusual experiments. Some investigators believe the mysterious capsules mentioned in the note may have contained a toxic substance. If that's true, the capsules could explain why there were no signs of violence and why both men collapsed at nearly the same time. But there's one problem. No trace of those capsules was ever found. And because the bodies had already begun to decompose, medical examiners were never able to determine exactly how the two men died. Another theory suggests the men were attempting to make contact with something beyond our world. Some believe they expected to witness a powerful light, or even an unidentified flying object. According to this idea, the lead masks weren't meant to hide their identities. They were meant to protect their eyes from an intense flash of light. But once again, there has never been any evidence proving that theory. Others believe the entire case was connected to a spiritual ritual that went horribly wrong. Yet despite decades of investigation, no explanation has ever answered every question. So, what really happened on that lonely hill in Brazil? Was it a failed experiment? A dangerous spiritual ritual? Or were those strange masks meant to protect them from seeing something no human was ever meant to witness? Nearly 60 years later, the lead masks case remains one of Brazil's most baffling unsolved mysteries. We search, we question, we uncover. This is EXOVIA.